Hey YouTube, howdy beach bums. Jeremy right here, hanging out inside with Tank Delta. I'm about to make some changes here. And hey Google, tell me about the weather. It's cold.
Currently in Little Rock, it's 31 degrees and cloudy.
Yikes.
Today, it'll be cloudy, with a forecasted high of 36 and a low of 24. Due to current wind conditions, it feels like it's 18.
No, thank you. So I'm about to get out, go pick up my kiddos, and do a little seahorse trading. I'm probably down to 2 Dark Knight Rams in this tank. There's one down there, kind of center screen. You may be able to see him. And oh, there's one kind of center screen there. And that one's not looking as good. He's sort of the measly one. And I thought there were 3 in here. It seems like there are 2. I'm disappointed about that because my friend Amanda and I, who are admins of the Arkansas Planet Aquarium Club together and collaborators in aquatic stuff, we're kind of combining our ram cichlids for the time. She was short on males, I had males, and the black mollies just took this tank over, so fine. This tank's going to change a little bit, but to make it change, I do need to pull the rams out because I need to make the water a little harder, more mineral content. It is a very soft tank. Soft when it comes to general hardness, soft when it comes to carbonate hardness, and the pH is a little low. I also need to get some male black mollies to introduce here because as far as I can tell, I've got a bunch of ladies. And I think that was, oh no, wait, that might be a male right there. Yeah, so things are going okay. But for the most part, I have mollies without gonopodiums. And that's just what's up. And to be perfectly honest with you, I like black mollies a lot. I like watching black fish dart around in a tank that doesn't have a black background. But I also like black fish in tanks with black backgrounds. They're just interesting. But the contrast of a light background with the dark fish is just kind of cool. So Dark Knight Rams, originally this tank was set up to breed them. So I began this tank, I'm gonna say 6 or 7 months ago, with intent of it being soft water. So I actually began it with, well, let's go down to the bottom. The substrate was literally potted plants from my backyard that had died. So things that were no longer flourishing, and granted there are like 1,000 potted plants here, so it wasn't hard to look around and find a plant or two that had died in its pot. I grabbed those and literally just dumped them out in the bottom of the tank. I don't even think I used any soil amendments. I think I just let this one run to see what it would do. And part of that was knowing that I wanted a soft water tank because I was going to be breeding rams, needed lower pH, lower mineral content. And I was also, actually, when I first set it up, this tank got a single betta after the invertebrates were hanging out. So I literally just dumped in water that was in buckets and bins in my aquatic stuff in my backyard, and there were lots and lots of seed shrimp, daphnia, bloodworms, very interesting invertebrates in this tank for a while. And then I introduced a single male betta, and he kind of mowed through all that stuff. After a little bit, I introduced the Dark Knight Rams, and I had to remove the beta, so he's elsewhere. And the Rams had run of this tank for a while, and you can see they hang out, they enjoy stuff, but they weren't breeding successfully because I ran out of females. I only had 1 female and 3 males, and she just got picked on. And especially when I put the mollies in, I wasn't planning on taking the mollies. They came from a friend who brought whatever, 2, 4, 6, 8, about 10 of them in at once. Yeah, I'm still counting 10. So all the mollies are still alive. But I noticed today I'm down or seem to be down one ram. So I went from three down to two, and I'm not sure where he went, but I fear I know where he went. Into the mouths of mollies, piece by piece. And I hate that because these were some of my very, very favorite fishies. But it just wasn't a great combination for the size of a tank with this. I consider this kind of a low hiding place, lower, lesser um, plant matter, even though it looks like it's a planted tank. There's a lot of plant matter in it, but it's not really a full tank. And I would like to see it with a lot more. So I recently added um, a wad of plant matter over here, and hoping that would allow some more hiding places, especially for small fish if they're born into the tank. Mollies will definitely chase after fry, and I want to give them lots and lots of hiding spaces. And if I get it to the point where it looks a little more like this, we'll be doing well. So that's why this wad came in here. And also, I introduced some wads that had, I'm going to zoom in, a little bit of hair algae on them. And isn't that Keely pretty? Like, yeah, that's a pretty Keely. There's also sparkling gourami in this tank. And every time I see these, I'm thankful to my friend Twan Hicks, who's a local breeder, local fish store uh, guy. And he and his wife are just fantastic people. Shout out to Twan and Samantha. I love you guys. And they are where the Keely and the sparkling gourami came from. Actually, you know what? They're even where my red root floaters this round came from. So if you ever have an opportunity to go to a fish swap or an aquatic swap meet in Arkansas, go. You will meet amazing people. You will become friends with amazing people and have an opportunity to do a little bit of buying, selling, trading, and kindling friendships, fostering friendships. And you might even find a kitty cat there to pet outside. But we love doing aquatic swaps. And I was unable to attend the most recent one. I was watching my kiddos, and my kiddos are the most important thing in my life. So shortly, I'll be going to pick up my kids, drop off these two male dark night rams with my friend Amanda, pick up an empty tank that used to live here, but it sprung a leak while it was at her place. So I'm going to be doing some maintenance to that empty aquarium, resealing it. It's a 37-gallon, which I got from another friend. And it's yeah, it's coming home. So I'll be bringing that tank and some guppies. One of my guppy colonies, my yellow guppy colony, is coming home. So I'll be kind of excited about that. But it's cold, so it's going to be a dangerous travel. It's going to be a dangerous time to carry tropical fish. So I'll have to be really careful and warm up my vehicle prior to bringing the fish out, going and getting the kiddos, splitting and keeping the interior of the vehicle warm. And we've got kind of a long drive, so it's going to take probably an hour and a half to get where I'm going. And I'm just a little nervous about this trek. So weather in the south is treacherous. I recently shared someone else's post about winter in Arkansas, how it's like 6 or 7 days of cold weather and then nobody knows what's going on. Everybody wrecks their car and then we get back to normal. So wish me luck. I do not like the cold. I like the tropical weather. We're really approaching the 500th video. I believe this is going to be the 497 or 498 video uploads that I've done as far as unique, original, unedited, raw infotainment nature stuff. If you like this sort of thing as much as I do, please give me a like or subscribe. Be, you know, comment. Be a part of this. We would love to have you. You can also find technical articles I write very frequently on the Arkansas Planted Aquarium Club Facebook group, or find us in the Central Arkansas Aquatic Society. This is what I do. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, viewers. I love you guys. This is my chosen hobby, profession. This is my chosen activity, and at some point there's just no going back, right? So all of you, my friends, are what makes this possible for me. Again, this is Tank Delta, and my hobby's growing again. Many of you who've been following me for years know that there were over 30 aquatic systems, way over 30 aquatic systems indoors here about a year ago. And now it seems like there are only like 7 aquariums and, 10 or 15 jars and some bins and tubs and stuff. So not nearly what I had a year ago. So I'm growing back out and trying to do some trading and finagling and growing stuff and then trading that out or selling it to then acquire a little bit more to grow. And I think I've got some pretty good names, but I can't tell if one of the names that I've got is better for a clothing brand or for a lifestyle brand, or if it's going to be the actual name that I use for my aquatics venture. So wish me luck. I need it. I'm trying hard at this stuff, and this is kind of a strange tank. It looks kind of barren and empty to me by some of my other standards, and like, well, just even compared to the tank next to it. This one only looks like this because I pulled 6 tubs or bins of plant matter out of it. This one, on the other hand, I'm having to add 2. And why is that? Is it that they're not thriving? Kind of. I think it's because the water's so soft and there's just not as much nutrient in here. And, well, just being real, mollies nibble at some stuff. I'm fine with that because mollies nibble at algae too. So we're approaching the 13-minute mark. I think it's a good time to cut and fly. I appreciate you guys so much. Love you guys. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, everyone in the aquatics hobby. Thanks to all my friends who engage in this sort of thing. Without you guys, it just wouldn't be the same. Thank you so much.